Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, chillax.
The NFL on EA Sports has moved across the Atlantic to the capital city of London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway here in England.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Lindsey, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsay, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out in the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Keenum. Quick hitch, complete. It's Holmes. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Yeah, we're good.
On third down, that's Lindsey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do snap it to Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Richmond.
From the gun, Watson steps away to his left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adam Gotsis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Come back. Two jet. Come back.
Watson. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 44 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Come back. Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And coming out now, the Broncos. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Keenum. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Roger, Roger, Roger. 22. 22.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, 33 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Football goes back over to Houston's offense, and these Texans lost last week to division rival Indianapolis 24-21. Look, yeah, Charles, that did break the 9-game winning streak, but they're still 9-4.
I love how you just posed that, because aren't you hearing a lot of almost negative things out there about them losing that game? You know, hey, they could have won the AFC South, could have clinched it right there. They could be in the number 2 spot when it comes for the first-round bye, all right? Forget that. They won 9 straight games. They're still in a great position for the playoffs. Deshaun Watson may have been sacked 5 times in this game, but it gives them something to work on, something to improve. And their last 3 games are very much manageable. At the Jets, at Philadelphia, home against Jacksonville.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Now he's forced out right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 54 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was one. We've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the 3 worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, the 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the 2 front runners in the NFC, New Orleans got a scare in Tampa Bay, and the Rams lost in Chicago.
Yeah, crazy weekend.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Keenum throwing on second. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Keenum now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum. Holmes has got it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Keenum. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Keenum. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Richmond. Come back.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete here on third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, what a move. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Hey, we're good.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Keenum now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Dunn with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall.
But before the game, you and I were looking at some of the highlights from last week. And one of the top plays was certainly that 99-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry.
Not only was it a top play, it's going to be memorable, and again, not just for 99 yards, which is enough of a reason to remember it, but it's the way he got it done. I mean, how about it knocking over people, stiff-arming people? I mean, it was an incredible, strong run. Tony Dorsett, who actually held the record before Derrick Henry, he hit him up on social media, gave him a little dap, a little congratulations. What a play.
Yeah, those are the only 2 guys to have a 99-yard touchdown run. Incidentally, both of them Heisman Trophy winners as well.
And a friend of ours on social media, he sent out a post that said, and with that run, Derrick Henry locks up his 2nd Heisman Trophy.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Miller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms. And
that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, and even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll try and run for it with Miller. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. After the run, Watson going to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, Keenum. And that's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Keenum will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Off play action, Keenum. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Target.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. On first down, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Come back. Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Come back.
Now it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Come back.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Keenum now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. On play action, it's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points,